wire strippers. And even though these two look alike, they are actually different and they are used in two different occupations. For example, this is a type of wire stripper an electrician would use. Someone who's wiring a house or a commercial building. This is what they would use. This one is for automotive use. They look the same, but there's differences between both of these. All right? You electricians, you guys know what this is. If you're not an electrician, you're going to assume this is the same, but it's really not. Because there's a few features that separate the two, and it's very obvious to see. For example, the hole that's right here. It's a little hexagon. That's for old coax cable, which it's not even used anymore. The automotive wire strippers have this little heart shape. Or it could be a pair of lips, I don't know. Looks more like a heart to me. But the reason why they have this feature, which is technically also obsolete, on this automotive wire stripper is because back in the day, when you bought a tune-up kit and you got a set of plug wires, this part goes onto the distributor and this part goes to your coil, which could be mounted on the engine, firewall, inner fender, anywhere. And this cable was like 4 foot long. And then they gave you a bunch of these little pieces. You had straight ones, 90s, 45s, and the same thing with the actual terminal. Now, once you put the boot onto the spark plug wire, of course, you'd have to trim that back a little bit. And that is what this is for, to crimp this connector onto the spark plug wire. Yeah. Now, there's one feature that both of them have, although this one has 2 and this only has 1, which in automotive, you don't even use this. That little hole is, once you put that in there, it's made to bend wires into a hook. And that's so you can actually put it onto your electrical outlet a lot easier. This has 6, although when you look at the actual strippers, there's 7 numbers on it. Over here, sorry. 7 numbers on it. But there's only 6 holes. And that's because 20 and 22 gauge wires are kind of the same. The tolerance between them is very minute. Where when it comes to the electrician's strippers, there's 7 because they actually separate those holes. 22 gauge stranded, which is equivalent to 20 gauge solid. You get the idea. That's one feature. But there's one that's really major, and that all has to do with these. This is not like these two, and there's a reason for it. Just like this is different from this one. Stay tuned if you want.